Drops of rain in Sector 1 for Race 2 of the 2023 Prosecco DOC Catalunya round. Bautista has not made the sharpest start. Razgatlioglu is away, but here comes the Ducati to pull alongside. Who's going to be boldest into turn 1? Well, ultimately, it's not even a question of being bold. Bautista is well clear, and the other factory Ducati of Ruben Rinaldi has made a good start also. He's up into 3rd position. Alex Lowe's had held the place, but eventually gets bunched out. Locatelli coming through on him for 4th. Also, Jonathan Rea has not got off to the best of starts. Axel Bassani punching through on him straight up and into P10. Rea will now try to recover down the inside of Bassani. The pair have got to be careful not to trip over one another. They've got Rinaldi directly in front of him, and I think they have put Dominic Egerton now behind them. Up at the front, Razgatlioglu sending it down the inside of Alvaro Bautista. The door was left open through turn 5, the slowest corner on the circuit at just 70 kilometres per hour, and the riders having to be slightly tentative, but Toprak throwing caution to the wind here at the front there. Lap number 1, Razgatlioglu leads Bautista. Rinaldi now right with him, attacking in the early stages, coming off turn number 9. Andrea Locatelli in 4th position, Alex Lowe's 5th. Garrett Gerloff with a great start, he's up to P6 as Lowe's thinks about a move here on Locatelli, comes from a way back into turn 10 but gets the move done. Here we go, on to the longest start-finish straight of the season. Razgatlioglu goes to the inside and he's a sitting duck, and Rinaldi's got the slipstream from his teammate Bautista as well, and Lowe's is going to pass Razgatlioglu here. Toprak might be able to defend 3rd on the brakes, but it is now Ducati 1-2. Bautista leads Rinaldi.
Yeah, this has been the 1-2 order in terms of pace all the way through the weekend. Obviously now with these changeable conditions, it's about who's willing to put it on the line as early as possible in these races.
Alex Lowe's through on Toprak. Razgatlioglu making their way through turn 5. Honda friendly fire. Rinaldi with the run coming off Catalunya corner at the end of lap 4. Breezes through on Lowe's in the slipstream. So Rinaldi, who was found out by Lowe's earlier on, has now come back through for 2nd place. And Lowe's must defend valiantly for 3rd position with those 2 Yamahas who've had the pace advantage all weekend long thus far directly behind him. This is the move getting done by Ruben Rinaldi on Alex Lowe's. Jonathan Rea with the bit between his teeth after his turn 1 fall earlier on, making amends at the same corner by sliding through on Andrea Locatelli, gracefully through, but he's run a little bit deep and Locatelli cuts back on him, so Andrea Locatelli will recover 5th position. Rea will now have the momentum coming through turns 3 and 4, see if he can jab it down the inside at turn 5. He has made a couple of those moves already in this race. Lap 6 of 20, Rea's progress continuing, halted though for the moment by Andrea Locatelli in 5th.
One of the interesting things in this group is Rea's been dropped a little bit lap by lap. He hasn't looked like he's had the pace to jump onto the back of Locatelli.
Gerloff through on Lecuona there in towards turn 1 on lap 10. So Garrett Gerloff making his progress, still top independent with Dominic Egerton in 10th position, 2 places behind him. And this is the fight, Gerloff, Lecuona and Egerton. As Egerton now passes Garrett Gerloff, so these 4 have got to be careful that they don't hold up one another, because they were going quite nicely on the pace of Xavi Vierque. And here goes Jonathan Rea on Andrea Locatelli, almost catches him by surprise. Locatelli is forced to stand up the bike, and this is why you never discount Jonathan Rea, because he'll fight for every position as if it's his last. Super ride once again from Rea. This is Scott Redding, 19th position for him, out at the back of the field. Lonely race for him. He must have got into a drama because he was in the points.
Yeah, he made a well, you can see there a technical issue there in the middle of the lap, and that's why he's dropped 10 seconds on this lap so far. He had been on course for a point.
Yes, he was down in 15th position anyway. He wasn't where the scrap is. Still, the race is out at the back of your shot there. Rea, 10th of a second ahead of Locatelli. Egerton closer than he's been previously against Lecuona as they flash past our commentary position. Locatelli trying to respond against Rea is unable to do so. So good defence from Rea, but he's gone in deep. Locatelli has the cut back. Locatelli will have to go the long way round turn 3 and then see if he can switch back to the inside now and catch Jonathan Rea by surprise. Rea, a wily campaigner, knew what he needed to do going in deep to turn 1 to hold that place.
Yeah, and you can see though for Locatelli, that's going to give him confidence to be able to try and attack Jonathan Rea. Scott there just explaining to the crew what happened to his bike, and disappointment for him once again this weekend. It's been a tough start to the campaign for Reading and BMW.
Has been a strong performance this season from Xavi Vierge. He's already 9 points up on teammate Iker Lecuona, who undoubtedly had the upper hand over the course of 2022.
Yeah, and what we're seeing from Xavi is that now he is right there with Locatelli. He's had the top speed advantage all the way through this weekend. Is it enough now?
Home man Xavi Vierge comes sailing through on Andrea Locatelli at the start of the final lap. He'd been eyeing him up, he'd been narrowing that gap, and the fastest man through the speed traps here at the Catalunya round, his home round, Xavi Vierge makes that last lap pass for P6. Locatelli will try and come back at him. He's going to go the long way round, see if he can set up a move through either turns 4 or 5, but Vierge begins to open up that gap instead.
The big race right now is actually Toprak against Rinaldi. He's managed to pull back 2 seconds in the last lap and a half. But Rinaldi's going to have enough time to get through to the end of this race and claim the 20 points for second, but he's left himself a little bit more tension than he would have wanted.
Yes, close enough for second and third late on, but it's another demolition job up front for Alvaro Bautista. His 43rd career victory to go 4th on the all-time winners list in the Superbike World Championship. Oh, and a race to the line for second, and Toprak Razgatlioglu completes a hat-trick of second place finishes here at the Catalunya round. Aruba IT were ready to celebrate a Ducati 1-2, and Rinaldi is picked off at the death.